So yesterday we completed our installation, and I was very excited about that because I gave them a goal. I said, before you guys go home, I want to have at least the installation done so we can knock out drywall today. And they did it, and I am so stoked. And I had one team stay behind to get it done. And I was like, yes, it's what I love. Yeah, it's great. Like I've been teaching my students for the last 4 weeks. I got 2 students up there on the roof right now. They're building that parapet roof because this rain is really throwing a wrench into our monkeys. So my drywall is up, and I have this stud here. I'm gonna mark where that stud is on my drywall. Use a pencil. In the interim period between graduation and when we started on this school, Nelson pulled the teachers aside and put us through teachers training, which I did not think was going to be that good. Like, it was such an amazing course. Like, he taught us all kinds of things on how to teach students properly, and I really hope that I gathered enough information from that course that I'm teaching these students properly. But definitely have a lot more respect for Nelson having to run around and wipe all of our noses. Probably on that. Basically what you're going to do is just take these and set them a little bit offset of where, like it was at the old school, like this is still a class, it's a classroom learning environment. Mistakes, they're going to happen. They have happened, and we have corrected those mistakes thus far. Yeah, exactly. Every time you make a mistake, they go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. I can. I can believe you did that. We're just gonna fix it. Just like that. So there's my 4-foot mark. We'll put it at 51. How does that sound? Oh yeah, one of the students had kind of a little bit of a, started hyperventilating because she thought that we were going to receive a strike for missing a deadline. And basically I told them is like, get over it, like take the L. Like sometimes you're gonna get a strike for something like that, but it's a learning environment. Like you just carry on. Like, yeah, you're gonna face all kinds of adversity in the field. You're gonna run into all kinds of, like, working in construction, the majority of your job is reacting to changes coming down. So if you get something really nice, I remember one time I was working on a house and I put 4 recessed lights in, and then the owner came in, took a look at it and said, actually, I think I want 8, take them down. It's like, okay, you got it, chief. Like sometimes you just gotta roll with a punch like that. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons that these students can learn is when they get pushed down or pushed around, maintain your stance. Just keep working. Like don't get down on yourself. We're all learning here. A little beefier, a little bit longer. So there's something called deck screws that are out there. So if it's a little bit long, there, back up. All right, so right here we have our sheets of plywood, which are taken off a stack over by the south roll-up door. And the students are transferring over on these beautiful pre-owned Home Depot lumber carts. And then I got my gentlemen in here. They finished up this installation yesterday, and today they're going to be working on their drywall. So they got their drywall set up. Right now they are marking where their studs are going to go. This is so that once you put on the drywall, you won't be able to see where these joists are. So you need a sounding mark to make sure that you're putting the screws in the right spot. This just makes your life a lot easier. I think it's the 5 P's of construction or something like that. Proper planning prevents poor performance. So taking the time to do measurements like this, I'm not so worried about the ones here. I'm more worried about the ones on the floor. Because once you put your drywall up here, that's going to get covered.
Okay.
So do it on the floor. You got them on the floor. That's good. Once you put your drywall up, I have no problem with you putting a pencil mark on the drywall where that thing's going to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that way when you... Yeah, so when you put your drywall up there, you'll still have your marks.
Oh, so you want the mark being like right there?
Yeah, exactly. On the drywall.
Okay,
yep,
cool.
You got it.
We'll get there.
Yep. No worries. You guys are doing great. So yeah, just keep marking on where those eye joists are going.
Yeah.
And that'll make your life easier for when you get to putting on your drywall.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes there are days where I have a great class because they're willing to stay late to get things done. And I think that's amazing. Like, I can't demand that they do that. They do that of their own volition. I think that's amazing. But it's like, I'll get to points where it's like, man, it's 4:30. I want to go home, dog. I was supposed to be home at 3. And like, there's a point where I just want to throw down my tools and walk out. Like, I'm going home for the day. F this. But I can't do that. Like, I look at my students and I'd be like, you know, I got to set an example. I got to make sure that they know that you can carry on in the face of adversity. It seems like we're treating them a lot more like employees than we are as students a lot of the time, which
It's a good thing.
I guess. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Every day I have to stop myself from telling them how proud I am of them because it sounds like a broken record. Eventually, if they hear it so often, they're gonna go, oh, he always says that. So it's like, I am stinking proud of these kids. Like, they're doing a lot of good stuff. And yeah, I just gotta keep them motivated to continue on like that. It's wild because I would say that my best students, the students who are doing the best in my class, both are female. And I really did not expect that. I expected to get some former construction guy in here and he would be my top dog and he's gonna be doing everything. And my 2 best students are women who have never done this before. They are taking great notes, they are asking great questions, they are knocking things out and getting things done. And I just couldn't be any more proud than that. Like, oh my gosh, great job.